All right, you're good. What's up, guys? Got a lot to talk about. A bunch of things going on. It's that time of year where um, before I have everybody, I didn't get to it last week. Before I have everybody joining tonight, I got to get out. I got to do something different here. There we go. There we go. Now they start jumping on. I'm on 4 platforms tonight. I'm on X, YouTube, Facebook, and there's another one over there on the corner. I can't read. I think that's TikTok. So I'm on 4 of them. This is something got people start piling on here, and I'll start because a lot of you guys going to go back and look at this stuff later on too. And plus, I got to do all the shorts from here because those are taken off and basically start rambling till a lot of people start getting on here, and we usually do pull in quite a bit. I don't want to have any. This is one thing you guys do. You guys start doing these podcasts. I sure wish there was a lot more of them. I sure wish there was a lot more of them. I'm sorry, guys. I was just sent a text from. Come here. I was just sent a text from Jeff to start inviting people. So there's going to be a few people coming on tonight and basically talk about the stuff that they're swinging. And got to talk to the wife first. Can you send Alan Hancock an invite?
Yes.
You want this?
No, I can do it from. I've never sent it to myself.
You know, you have Alan Hancock's number?
Oh no, I don't. Give me that. I can find it.
I think Alan's hitting tonight, and I think he's got the Roberto Manaya, and I think he has Clem's bat too. Correct me if I'm wrong here. But I want to start talking about some things before they actually start jumping on later on. I don't get to the problem with what's going on right now is I don't get to a lot of the health and nutrition stuff that I want to talk about. The stuff that I've gotten info from a lot of you guys in the last month, and I actually write them down, but I never get to them. And I want to kind of go through like the intro tonight and then talk about some things and tell a lot of people. I sure hope that wasn't a mosquito. I hate them. And basically talk to you guys about a bunch of stuff that's going on. Guys, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Instagram has got, I had to redo that page. Instagram has got about 60 people join that. I was over 2,000 before it got hacked and put up for ransom. Thank you.
Sure.
Before it got hacked and put up for ransom. And then I did not pay $100 ransom on it. And so they just trashed it, I guess. And I can't get it back. I've done all the picture thing where I have all the photos in there, but I still can't get it back. So I want you guys to go there and help build that page up. It's Short Porch Cutting Edge is the name of it. No, it ain't. It's Short Porch Baseball Company. The old one was Short Porch Cutting Edge. So you guys can get off the old one, Short Porch Cutting Edge, get on the new one, Short Porch Baseball Company. TikTok to Instagram, TikTok, X. We're putting up video all over the place, guys. Let me tell you what's happened to me in the last, since right after my birthday. June 22nd was my birthday, and right after my birthday, I started fiddle effing around with some social media stuff, some platforms, and I started putting out a lot of shorts, and kind of like TikTok does. Well, YouTube, you can do it on YouTube too. Same ones that are on TikTok. And a lot of people are actually taking off on that. A lot of people like watching little 30-second clips about me and Jeff talking about technology and social media and everything else out there. And it takes these little clips and it puts them together. But guys, I have You know, the numbers like I had last week, I was averaging about 500 videos, 500 views a day. Now I'm averaging over 5,000 views a day. So I'm up 150%, 160%, roughly around there, give or take. And it's getting bigger. And I think a little bit has to do with the shorts that we're putting on, and a lot of it has to do with what we're doing with the movement. I'll get to the movement in a minute because I always have to talk about the movement because I friend request, and I already have friends that request me every week, and I got to let them know what we're doing here, or they would just not know about the movement. The movement is real, as you guys can tell. It's taken off. Guys, I have my old website. If you guys have ever been on my old website, it's up and going again. It is called shortporchcuttingedge.com. There is going to be a lot of information on that website. I just started working on it last couple of days. I'll be working on it into the weekend on weight distribution numbers. It's going to have video. It's going to have reviews done by Texas guys, my guys down here. We're going to do reviews on every bat. And it's going to have compression pictures. Like you guys see the face of a compression tester where it has the number. That'll be right next to it on what these bats start off at compression to 200 compression, 220, 225 compression on a lot of our bats. The 200 compression is, I think, where we Short Porch is leaning more toward. So we can, you guys will know that and don't have to call and ask us. So you can actually go up there, and it's going to have a ton of information, guys. You got to write, put this down, and you can actually subscribe to the channel. It's not a channel, it's a website. You can subscribe to the website. Anything I put up, you guys are going to get a notification on it. You go by there and look. I will probably be posting on it this whole weekend. And I'm getting weight distribution numbers on the senior softball bat reviews bat. I've got some other bats on there. I got weight distribution numbers on the OG that I'm putting up there, and I have the starting on every bat that I actually compression test. It's going to have that little round what it compression tested at. That's going to give you guys a good idea. If you guys with that higher bat speed want a little bit like a 220, 225 compression, you guys with that lower bat speed or that instant gratification whenever you guys are hitting these bats, you're going to want that 200 compression. Me and Jeff talked for a long time today, and I'll get into that about how our bats are holding compression and having a lot more barrel response than other bats out there at a low compression. Kevlar is the only one that does that with us, is the Kevlar. ShortPorchCuttingEdge.com is the name of it, guys. Go check it out. And on this website, you're going to have a link. Everything you click on is going to link into our main website, Short Porch Baseball Company. Short Porch, I keep looking at stuff that's coming up, text messages. Short Porch Baseball Company. Everything you click on is going to have a link that runs right into our website, our main hub website. You guys can go on there and buy merch. You know, right by the bat that I did a review on. You can click on it. It's going to take you right into that bat on our website. You can purchase it if you want to. Just a lot more information that's going to be put on that website. And a lot more. I tried to put some shorts in there today, short videos like we're going to make out of this one too, because this is a long video. And you guys can go up there and look at the shorts and basically bullet points or talking points. Again, Short Porch Baseball Company, Short Porch Cutting Edge.com is the name of it. So it's not a new website. It's an old website that I've been working on for a while, and it's got a lot of information in there on it. I took all of the senior softball bat reviews off of that. So it's all going to be Short Porch now. Last week, and I'm going to kind of go back and forth here. I do have a senior softball. Guys, we'll talk about this later on too, is we just don't, the one thing that we do that not a lot of other bat companies out there do is we're in it for all the seniors out there. When we're talking about this, I actually have a senior softball bat reviews group that you guys that have these reviews, you can go up there and post it, and it's open to everybody. You can go through there and look at reviews. That's on my Facebook page, and you can go in there and look at the groups. and it has all of I started it years ago, 2011, 2012, where I posted a lot of my reviews and invited a lot of people out there that did reviews could go on that page. I'm not taking that down. I have a senior softball buy, sell, and trade. You guys can get on there and buy and sell, trade anything that you want. Other bat companies, I'm not going to isolate it. We're not going to isolate that. It's not what we do. We're not going to talk shit about other companies, and we're not going to isolate just this, because we have a big platform, and we're not going to take that platform away from other people that choose not to go through Short Porch. Guys can go on there and look at. We have enough confidence in our material and what we do that it doesn't matter. You guys can go look at whatever you want. We're not going to isolate you guys from doing it just because we have a company that actually builds bats. So you guys can go. The senior softball buy, sell, and trade is mine. I've been working on it for years. It's on there. It's got a group of people. It's a private page. You got to answer the questions if you want to join it, because since Patty Albright is down for I don't know how long, I've got to go in there, and Rachel Good goes through there and kind of weeds out all the scammers who we think are scammers. And that's open to everybody. We're not taking that away from anybody. I have a senior softball bat reviews. You guys and have been posting bat review. People have been posting to get their word out about all these other bats. We're not taking that down either. Anybody can get up there and post anything they want to on it. So we're not. That's not us. We don't do that. We're not trying to isolate everybody. Look, shove things down your throat. You got to come buy our shit. This is not what we do. Last week I said something, and I want to clarify what I said, because I don't want the haters out there. There is a ongoing joke, and it's been ongoing for years. If you guys have been with me for a long time, you'll know me what I'm talking about when I say it. I pop off and I say things like I'm in the Hall of Fame, pitching, BP Hall of Fame. Well, guys, there's no such thing as the BP pitching Hall of Fame. That I started making that up about 15 years ago. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Bill Blake, I used to pitch to him back in the 80s, 3 days a week. He would hit 250 balls every day that he hit, like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He would hit 250 balls nonstop. That's when the aluminum bat days, the thick aluminum bat days, were going on, and I pitched to him. I became very good as a BP pitcher. So my joke nowadays is I'm in the Hall of Fame, USSSA Hall of Fame, ASA Hall of Fame, my senior Hall of Fame as a BP pitcher. It's something I've been able to do, just groove them in there for BP. So it's a joke whenever I say I'm a BP Hall of Fame pitcher. A lot of you guys don't take that shit seriously because I do joke around a lot. I just wanted to clarify that before somebody runs off out there. I'm reading some stuff here, which I shouldn't be. I'm just now getting people talking. Somebody was asking what's the difference for the closest thing to the team SP bat. That would be the Alan Hancock, the DDT. Just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit on that team SP. Just hold on. There's a lot of stuff we need to talk about at the end when Jeff comes on here in a minute. And I'm not going to try to. Somebody was asking that Alan Hancock about that DDT. What's the closest thing to it right now? And I'm telling them just hang on for a minute. I'm going to talk about shaving a little bit here too, and then I'm going to get on to what I need to talk about before Jeff comes on and other people come on. Is there's some, I used to call them blogs, but they're not blogs, but they're messages out there on Facebook, and a lot of guys are talking about. One guy said he's been playing senior softball for 5 years now, and it's like nobody gives a shit about shaving anymore. Nobody really cares about it. There's no testing that goes on. All these tournaments are going on around the United States, and there's just nothing being done. That is true 100%. There is always talk about it behind the scenes, behind the bleachers, I guess. when a game goes on and somebody watches you play and somebody's inexperienced about, you know, about the way the bats perform. Um, my guys are really good at doing it. My guys have, and I kind of got criticized for this a couple of weeks ago whenever somebody had said, I called, somebody sent me a video of a guy hitting, and it was in Florida. And he goes, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, I don't know unless I'm there listening to it, but I've swung that bat, right? And Bubba swung that bat, and we didn't get that kind of performance out of that bat. Apparently, this guy had a 400-foot bomb with that bat, and the guy had an ugly swing. And I'm saying those are the biggest. Whenever I'm, because I've hit every bat out there. We have hit it. Senior softball bat reviews has hit every bat out there, so we can tell you, hey, if we're not getting performance out of that bat, then and you go up there and you're hitting P rods, you know, further than what Bubba would hit them, you know, then that's a red flag. It's not a complete saying that you fucking have a shaved bat. It's just a red flag. And then somebody would have to look deeper into it, you know, but it is a red flag whenever you see somebody do that, because we've done reviews on that bat. Bat didn't even make my top 10. And then all of a sudden you're hitting a 400 foot with that bat. Okay, that's a little bit of a red flag with me, and I'm not afraid to say it either. When you call somebody out, you got to make damn sure good and well that you really do believe that that's a shaved bat. I've had people send me stuff. It's a concern because I'm getting, you know, questions about it on a daily basis on what do you think. And for one, it's not my job to do that. It's the tournament director's job. I mean, I'm not going to sit here unless I have evidence and call somebody out for it. It's suspicious though, you know, and that's what I would do. It's suspicious to me. And then other research needs to be done to find out if they actually did that. So that's the thing about it, you know, too, is it's guys, it's going to be around. A lot of people, especially with these little tournaments that go on. I do see them a lot in these little tournaments, these backyard tournaments, more than I do, let's say, in Vegas, you know, because everybody's afraid to get caught in Vegas, especially this year because of what happened last year. Or maybe not. Maybe because people got off last year that they don't give a shit anymore. And I said, well, they're not going to do it. Then, you know, there's no way to test it, you know, or do whatever they do. I still haven't. There was something that went on at the Smokies that I haven't heard anything about. So was that swept underneath the rug? You know, it's just we don't know. So I think there has to be somebody that comes out that is, you know, take charge and have all the all the all the organizations that, you know, TPSSA and uh, SSUSA, uh, all the other ones, SPA, they're even still around, ISSA, get all of them together in a round table and sit there and this is what we're going to do. But they don't have that, you know. And as long as seniors are coming and paying the money, um, now, Cage actually answered a question right there. Um, so I think unless you hurt them in the pocketbook, and they still people. Here's the deal: they don't give a shit. Man. They really don't. As long as you're going to the tournaments and they look at their numbers and their numbers match and what they were doing last year and the year before, they don't give a shit. They're going to have a big decrease for them to do anything because it's all about the money. You guys know that shit. Been preaching this shit for you long time. I'm going to talk before I get into the topic, the shots fired topic. I do want to talk about something because I did put on their shots fired, and I do want to talk about this a little bit. Is BPC 157, guys? That shit is taken off. I am on it. I want to be on it for another 2 weeks before I get up here and give you a review on what I'm taking. Another thing too, guys, what I'm taking, you can buy on Amazon. Amazon's pretty damn good. You can buy your stuff off Amazon. You're not going to get screwed. The stuff that I'm taking works for me as a tablet form, and it does work for me. I'll tell you maybe later in another couple of 3 weeks why I am on BPC 157 and why I'm on all these fish oils and, you know, omega-3 fatty fish oils, because I have an inflammation problem with me, and I'm fighting with it, and I'm trying to, because I wake up every morning hurting, like joints and body hurting. So I want to talk about the BPC 157. Guys, do your research in it before you get it. It's actually it's a peptide. Uh, find out how it's made and who actually is the better person, who you can buy it from. Just don't take my word in it. I think I changed something there a little bit. I'm gonna probably change it to that right there. That's better. And then you guys can make your own decision on if you want to get it or not. I'm not telling you guys to get on it like it's the next best thing since sliced bread, but I'm not gonna sit there and preach to you guys and tell you guys this is like gold. I take it. I do like it. I do feel that it makes my joints not as inflamed. I do want to get into some hardcore stuff later on when I'm talking about joint lubrication, kind of making the joints, because you can have dry joints, you can have, joints that actually feel good, that don't creak and don't hurt. There's some stuff out there that can help that. I don't know if you guys want to go that deep when I'm talking about that stuff. I do not take it. I don't know have I ever taken it, but I did a lot of research on it, and it's some good shit. So definitely, if you guys, um, there was some other stuff. I don't think I wrote it down. Oh yeah, here's a couple other things. The one thing I do recommend, especially you guys are on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, is have have your blood donate blood, guys. I do it here in house. That way, I don't have to make an appointment and go in and get it uh, done for me. I actually have it done, and you guys have seen the pictures. I get my blood drawn. I take about a pint out every 3 months, and because what happens with when you're on TRT, it does raise red blood cells. Don't want to thicken the blood, and plus, it's good for you. It's like having a freaking oil change. Get rid of the old cells, get some new cells in there because your body's constantly making cells. So get some, and if I've never taken blood a pint out where the next day I feel like I'm just fatigued and tired. I've actually, when you are taking the blood out of me, when they are taking the blood out of me, I do feel good within 45 minutes. I feel like, wow, that feels good. That feels amazing. I do want to talk about another thing that a lot of you guys, I think, and a lot of you girls out there need to be aware of is sleep apnea. That's another one too that I want to get into. I'm trying to rush it before I get to the hour where a lot of the guys are going to come on, and then kind of talk about um, sleep apnea. I do have it. I do have a machine. I had to get retested the other day again, and uh, I'll tell you about the test. The test is easy, guys. Years ago, 15 years ago, when I got tested for it, I had a freight company, and I was just burning candle at both ends, and I was tired all the time. And I went in there and they hooked me up with all these electrodes all on my face and body, and everything was hooked up to electrodes. I laid there and tried to go to sleep, and that's how I got diagnosed with sleep apnea. I stopped breathing 90 times an hour, so I had severe sleep apnea. And got on the machine. Greatest thing ever happened. Greatest thing that ever happened to me. But what happens when you have sleep apnea? Your red blood cells go through the roof, and your iron levels actually go up too. But what happened now is I'm on Medicare. So what happens? You got to get retested. But guess what they do now? They stick this little thing on your finger. You go home and sleep with it without your mask on, and then that's how they diagnose you now. So 8 o'clock there, so 7 o'clock here, and a couple of things I want to talk about because of that. And yeah, get your blood drawn. If you're on TRT, get it. You should be getting it drawn anyway. About another every 4 months. If you're on TRT, every 3 months. And let me know how you feel when you get it done. If you haven't got it done, let me know how you feel, because I've had people tell me, "Damn, Dave, that's amazing. I feel good." It just like you can breathe again. That's what I get off of it. Guys, the movement, before we have these people coming on, everybody coming on, the movement is um, The movement is you guys watching tonight. If you're these new guys that are coming on watching tonight, there's some things you have to do before you start watching and understand what we're talking about. Is your dad going to come on first? Cage? Alan is coming on at 8. See if Jeff's going to be here too, but we'll see. Or if I can handle 3. I can handle 2. I don't know if I can handle 3. When you guys walk in here, there's things that you got to know. You got to understand. And if you are a part of the movement, you already know this. You got to know what your compression levels are whenever you're swinging a bat. Breaking a bat in, which you have to get those compression levels to before that bat starts to perform for you. So you have to have that in your head on what your numbers are at. I know what my numbers at. All my guys that hit with me knows what their numbers are on your compression numbers. Now I know these next few are going to be, next 2 are going to be a little hard, but your bat speed. Now there are ways to find this out. If you don't have a bat speed tester, you get an average. You swing it 5 times, you get an average on what your bat speed is. You got to have that number too. And then you have if you don't get that number, you at least get an exit velo number. Your exit velo number is going to get you within, if you got let's say 100-mile-an-hour bat speed, your exit velo is going to be in a 91, 92. Your exit velo is going to be 100. Your bat speed is going to be like 91, 92. That's a reference point. Now, as you get lower bat speed, that's going to change a little bit. So I'm talking about your average softball players that are playing 40s and 50s. That's what you need to look for. Weight distribution. That's another one too. You got to know your weight distribution or what you're spinning your wheels, in my opinion. Now, I'm not talking about you 25, 30, 35-year-old guys that are on here and looking and going, this guy didn't know what he's talking about. You will understand later on whenever you start to be a senior, you want to play senior softball, that this is very important to have, especially if you're going to have short porch bats, because we make bats for everybody. It's like going in and getting a set of golf clubs, getting fitted for a set of golf clubs, and we test you on your bat speed, find out what your bat speed. We can put you together with all those 4 different things right there. We can get you pretty close on what you should be swinging. So that's basically what we try to do. Guys, if you don't like it, it doesn't matter. Just keep doing the same old shit you guys been doing for whenever before I came along for 40 years, and what we're doing is something that I do believe in with Short Porch, and we're just making it a lot easier for the seniors to actually get in bats, the guys that are hurt, the guys who have bad backs. You don't have that, you have that diminishing bat speed. We're here for those guys too. Because we want them to stay in the game a lot longer, guys. If you're past the age of 50, 55, 60, you guys know you cannot give this shit up. And that's what we're here to make you, where you got to get out, do the work. You got to put in the work, because if you're not moving, you're dying. That's just, guys, I'm 65 years old, just turned 65 years old. And I've been on the couch. I started playing senior softball at 49. And it's the best thing that I ever did. Retired for 10 years. I was in the worst shape of my life in that 10 years. Going to the doctor all the time. Now, working out. I'm eating better right now than I have been in years. And it's something I just started about 3 weeks ago. My blood work is going through the roof. It looks really good. Going through the roof, meaning it's really good. So definitely, yes, there is one thing before. Oh, I got 6 minutes. I want to talk about something that happened in 4th of July weekend here. And it did not affect me. It did rain hard where I'm at. It was about 45 minutes northwest of where we're at. It was devastating. And it was really bad. But when you're in Texas, and I'm gonna try to be short with this, but when you're in Texas, guys, we have flash floods here all the time, and it doesn't have to be raining on top of you. It can be raining up in the mountains, up in the hill country, because where this happened was in the hill country. And where this happened, you guys got to understand, I'm gonna kind of give you a heads up. It's off the Guadalupe River, and Guadalupe runs on north of San Antonio, way north of Austin and up through there. It runs all through there and goes down toward Lakey and Medina Lake, and all those lakes have been dry. But the one thing you guys got to understand is every summer that is a hot spot for people that love to go tubing. That is a hot spot for people to get down there and party. You know, you got Memorial Day, Labor Day, you know, and 4th of July is the biggest for Texas on partying at the river or partying at the lake. You got Canyon Lake, which feeds into the Guadalupe. And when that storm hit, guys, it was nothing. And it was one of those every 15-year storms. We've had them here. We've had them here in the past. I can remember them. It flooded. You know, there's storms that hit just like that flooded everything, mainly because they're flash floods. And it's sad that what happened to those people that were up there. But the one thing I hate is playing the blame game. Right? It was something that happened. There are different things that can be addressed and find out how it happened or who dropped the ball. But for people out there to get up there and play this where they're blaming different parties and they're blaming you know, chemtrails and dumping too much stuff. If you guys remember, there was a tropical depression in the Gulf during that same week that this happened. So maybe that had something to do with it, you know. Gulf of Mexico I'm talking about, which we're not far from. They say that had a little bit to do with it, and then it coming up, and then the front coming down, and then it hit together. It always happens, especially up in the hill country because of flash floods. But you know, our heart, senior Shoal Porch's heart goes out for a lot of those people, and they're still looking for people. It was, we were up that night. It was pretty bad, guys. But the one thing that we need to do as adults is don't judge people on or blame people. That's the worst thing that we can do. And I think Clem, I don't think if y'all guys heard me say a little bit about this today, is Clem actually was helping those people out, looking around and actually with us. What's up, Alan?
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, brother? What are you
Good.
doing? What are you doing right now? Here you go. Here you go. There you go.
Some bat testing.
You do some bat testing. What? I don't think you can show all of them though. So
no, I can't.
we're not gonna. We got a few weeks to talk about that one. But I know you're excited about that one. We actually on a group text today talking about that one, and people don't know about it. But what do you have? You have the Roberto Manaya. Well, there he is. Brother man, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
I didn't know you were
good.
there. I was actually asking, did he have your bat? Does he have your bat? Because a lot of people.
Oh man, I love it. Bat. It's really nice. I love it.
You hit it up? Have you hit it already?
Yes, sir. I took a couple of swings just to get a feel for it.
Yeah,
feels good.
I can't wait to get that bat. That's the one I want. We hit Clem's today too. That bat's hot. But the way the technology is going, and I want everybody to know this because they're asking about your bats. You went off. Alan.
No,
there you are.
It comes up really good.
Yeah, they're asking about your bat.
It's on fire. That bat is ready to go.
Yes, definitely. Right out of the wrapper too, right? I mean, you can hit it pretty damn good. And it's that technology. It's that. It's that.
No, we're about to go live.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Y'all do?
Can you hear me, Alan?
No.
I can see you.
Oh. We had a trash can. Oh.
Hello.
Logan's lost a lot of his balls. I don't know where they're going.
Alan. Damn, he got off. He got Roberto Manaya there. I didn't even know that. He said Alan's coming on. Alan's coming on.
All right, now we're back. Sorry.
All right, there you go. What I was talking about is a lot of people are asking about his bat today and about the tech on the barrel, because a lot of them thought that it was just like the whiteout, and it's not. It's actually got that OG barrel on it. So it's going to have a different barrel on Manaya's bat. And it has a spin tech too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and y'all guys have been hitting already?
We just let him take a few off the tee to get ready for when we go live, and just listening to the bat. It does have a real OG blackout sound, but it's stiff like a whiteout.
Yeah. So the barrel, because it does have it has a grip spin, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because that's what's going to make it. But we don't even know what that bat's going to do. We just know it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I think I have one coming in the next couple of days. What time you start? You starting right now?
We're gonna go live here in a couple seconds. I'll say something. I won't name a bat, but it is a fan favorite right now in the one piece. It is not the OG blackout. It's very bright, right? And we have one around 300 swings. It tests around 180. Manaya's new bat's already killing it in velo.
Let me ask you this: on all of our bats, and I know what the answer is. You're holding compression on all of our stuff, all the Kevlar stuff. You're holding compression.
Yes, sir.
Especially with the grip spin, you're holding compression on that quite a bit, right?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. What's up, brother?
Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations on your
Thank
bat,
you.
dude.
Thank you.
I heard
Great
about
job.
that bat when it's being built. I'm like, holy shit, that's going to be something. He's going to love that shit.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it feels good. I love it. Thank you so
Good.
much for all the work put into that bat. It's great.
Thank you. We need to get a lot of video of you out there hitting. A lot of video. I don't even know what it's going to do. I hear it's coming. I heard about it, and then me and Jeff talked about it for a while. But the one thing is, you're going to be pleased with that bat. That's going to be something that we've never done before. So that's new tech that's out there that a lot of people need to understand. It's not the old stuff. It's the new stuff.
Right.
It's that new OG tech that we're putting in all these barrels, and I think that it's going to be amazing for everybody too. What else you guys swinging today, Alan?
We got the AH20s. We have the OG blackouts, the sunshine, a couple other things we can't say on camera.
Just get video. Just get video on that bat. I already know what you're talking about. Just get video on that bat. Then we'll show it later. We'll show it later. But that's something I'm playing with. That's pretty good.
Hey, so one thing I want to address on his bat, he's going to grab it right now, is the new knob.
Oh, yeah.
The knob. That's a game changer.
I love it.
So the new knob is the tacky knob, right?
Yeah, the grip spin.
So now there's no use for spray because the knob is staying gripped into your batting gloves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Clem hit his today. He loves it. He thinks it is a game changer because I don't know if you guys are like me. I like torquing with my left hand. So whenever I torque it, I can actually get a little bit more torque out of it because of that grip spin and it's on that knob.
Right.
And
that's stuff that nobody's tried before. We're just trying it. So
the feel for it is so comfortable.
Yes.
All you got to do is just hold it there and it feels so good.
Yes, definitely. What size you swinging?
27. Hey, Alan can't pronounce it.
You can't pronounce it?
It says short porch on it.
Let me hear you pronounce it, Dave.
It's backwards.
Oh, okay.
No. Turn it up the other way. I don't even have one, dude. I got to read it backwards now. I got to read it out this way more. Planado Power.
There you go. See? It's closer than you.
I'm too ready.
Hey, guys, and that's reading it backwards, too.
Alan tried to pronounce it. He said, I give up. It says power there. That's all I can say. But, I have, he's going to be swinging with us a little bit. I had that director of the fast pitch here in Dover.
Yeah.
And he's in charge of the league Saturdays and Sundays. And these guys love a one-piece bat. So he's going to get two. Saturday, he's going to go up there and pick it up. And he's going to start promoting it among the fast pitch guys, too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So it should be good.
Yeah, I think this is going to be something you never. And here's the deal. This is just me and Jeff talking. Wait till you get about 50, 60 swings on it. It's going to change a gear on you. But once you get to about 100, it's going to be like a different sound that you've ever heard before. And it's just going to, it's like it's going to just blow up. It's just going to boom. The ball's just going to just explode on you and get out there, bud.
Yeah. It's
that's what we're
seeing. It's going to be a really nice bat. It sounds good. The performance is good. So, Platano Power in the house.
And so everybody knows, I will have cases of these with me Saturday. at Greco in Tampa at the tent for sale. So make sure you come get them.
Another, my guys are coming. They're all going to be there. Already,
They're my total.
I got a hold of Chris today because the guys kept texting me, telling me that they're going to swing by and pick up some bats already. So I already gave her an order of 26, 26, 25, 26,
Yeah.
27. So they'll be out there Saturday.
Sweet, sweet. And they're going to be, I think me and Jeff are going to talk about when they're going to be released too. So they'll be released on Friday, I think. Thursday or Friday, they're going to be coming out.
I think you said.
Yes, definitely. And then y'all going on right now. Alan, you're going to be doing Facebook Live.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody that's watching this right now, go over to Alan when we're done. And then he'll be doing Facebook Live with Roberto Manaya.
And the Platano Power.
Platano Power.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. It's nice. Alan, anything else you want to say? It's nice talking to you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
You're going up live now.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you guys.
All right, Dave.
All right, brother. It got crackly there at the end. Roberto Manaya, guys, that bat that he has, I'll wait to talk to Jeff about that. I'll wait to talk to Jeff. Friday noon launch. Cage is actually chiming in. I'll wait to talk to Jeff about that on that building that bat. And a lot of you guys don't. Well, yeah, you do. You're gonna learn at the end. You're gonna learn at the end. When I bring Jeff on, there's one thing I want to say too. The one thing, and I hope everybody's listening to this right now before I bring Jeff on, and he'll probably comment a little bit on it too. The one thing that we do with Short Porch here is we are not politically driven with anybody. We do not, and we condone any hate speech, anything with anybody out there where they're going to pick a political side. We preach that in with our reps and with our signature guys and with our factory hitters guys. We sell bats to everybody. We're not picking a side when we never have. And you guys remember this. You guys remember when Senior Softball Bat Reviews was out. I told my guys this. We're not politically driven. We don't care. We don't care. Right? We're out here to sell bats, or we're out here to do reviews on bats. We don't care who you voted for. We don't care who you are. We really don't. We sell bats to everybody, and that's just not because it's driven that way. It's just because that's the way we think. That's the way Short Porch thinks. That's the way we think, right? We condone it whenever other companies do it, and we don't go in that direction. We stay away from that. A lot of you guys don't even know. And my group of guys down here are with Short Porch, who they voted for, what religion they are, how much money they make. That's just something that always been with me, and Short Porch talk to them too. Is that's always been private to us. We don't go out there. We don't push shit on social media about anything, right? We don't pick a side. And if you do pick a side too, guys, you're not going to be a part of Short Porch. I'll say that right now. If you do pick a side and you're politically driven, all right, are you putting out hate speech? You will not be a part of Short Porch. We will make sure of that. So that's one thing we do preach to a lot of our guys that are reps, signature players, factory hitters, that too, because we want this to be a place, and I talked about this a long time ago. We want this to be a place where, and I think all these professional teams cut their throat years ago when they did this. We want to be a place where you guys can come and enjoy what we're doing. You guys can listen to us talk. We talk about knowledge, right? We talk about how to better yourself, how to get out there and exercise, how to lift weights, do all that other stuff. So that's what we're looking for. We wanted this to be an escape where you guys don't have to watch the news, because I've told you guys this for years with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. Cage, send who the link? With Senior Softball Bat Reviews is we wanted Senior Softball Bat Reviews to be a place where you didn't have to watch the news. You didn't have to watch sports on TV where they're doing shit that you guys don't like. We just wanted to be something with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. And Short Porch is the same way, where you guys can join, and and just don't have to put up with that bullshit, because it's taxing, guys. I listen to this shit since 4th of July, and the blame that people were doing whenever this big flood It was just something that happened that happens every 15 years. And wrong, it was just happened at the time of the year where everybody was down at the river. And they weren't just there. They were through the rivers all throughout the north of San Antonio and in that Austin area. They're all up in there. So it's shame that we want this to be a place where you guys can get away from that. You can get away from the news or criticizing fucking each other, and talking shit. I will say this, we want to build the Short Porch brand where you can actually come up here and talk about things and not have to be judged on who you voted for, right? Judged on who you're with, So that's what that's the diversity. We're trying to, we're doing stuff for everybody. It's just not, the Roberto Manaya bat, and I think that's the greatest any bat company could do is then you have the Clem with the military, we have Clem with the senior military, and then you have our USAA guy, Jeff, whenever he comes on, will actually I gotta send Jeff a link. Oh, there it is. I'll send it to him. Give me time, guys. I gotta send this to Jeff. All right, I sent it to him. But something that you guys can relax and go and watch, because this is an hour. They're gonna turn it to an hour and a half video tonight. You guys can sit down and relax. Don't have to worry about any fucking politics going on in it. That's the one thing that we do at Short Porch frown upon is the people that get up there. And I won't even let it when I'm hitting down here, and I never have, guys. If you're going to come into my camp, you come into my place down at Senior Softball Beverly Hills or Short Porch right now, and you talking politics, you're gone. You're gone. You're talking about other shit, you're gone. You don't. There's no place for that where we're at. There's no place for that. That's the way I was raised, guys. That's just me, a white guy with a Hispanic last name, had a black father. So I've learned this shit a long time ago. So we definitely frown upon it. Oh, look at here. And I know Jeff does too. So and I was just talking to him about what we talked about earlier. You probably kind of heard a little bit of it, but
Yeah, I
about
was watching, and I know we touched on it last week. We're big on being inclusive and to everybody, and we hope we send that message. And it's just something we talk about, and is bringing our brand across the country, right, Dave?
well, here's the deal too. It's just the kind of people we are, Jeff, and
Yeah.
it's not money motivated. It's just people who we are. The way you are. I've talked to you for hours, and it's the way I am. I've always been that way. You guys can go back and Senior Softball Bat Reviews, and I preach that the whole time. It's just something where people can come and don't have to listen to CNN or Fox News or any kind of news, and just enjoy hearing me and you talk, or me and Alan talk, or Roberto Manaya or Clem sit there and have us just have a conversation and don't have to worry about the bullshit, the stress. One thing we have, and we talked about this earlier today, is we have too much fucking stress in our life. And what's adding to
Absolutely.
that? What's adding to
Yeah.
that? All the shit that's happening in our news, our local news too, especially here in San Antonio, whenever that disaster happened. And I just shut it off. I'll walk by and I'll just shut it off, and I'll go do my shit that I like doing. But then again, we're not talking about getting ourselves away from that, like what happened at 4th of July, because Clem was out there last night. He was
Yeah,
searching.
absolutely.
Clem was helping
Yeah.
those people last night. That's the kind of people we are, Jeff. You're in trouble,
Yeah,
we're
and
going to help
that,
you out.
you know,
And
helping people on all sides of the platforms, all sides of the government, or no matter who they are. And just like I said before, it's about being inclusive, being for everybody. And this sport, slow pitch softball in general, and whether it's recreational baseball or across the board, is about bringing people together,
yeah,
and about getting away from whatever's going on for just a little while on a Saturday. When you go out there, that's your getaway. That's time to get away from all the bullshit, whatever you have in your life. I know Clem talks about it a lot,
yeah,
and Clem Clem has brought a little light to this as it's an escape for him.
Yeah.
And softball is an escape, is what he does to get away from the BS.
Yes.
And we hope we send that message to all our people. We won't tolerate it. We won't tolerate being uninclusive. And
Yeah.
that's just the way. This is what we want to portray, and it's a big part of what we do. And what a great day to talk about it on the day we launch Richard Clem's signature Mare bat that is well deserved, as everybody knows.
That was the funniest. Well, I kind of talked to Richard today about it a little bit, and the one thing is, and here's the deal, and this is just the way Clem is, and I'm gonna kind of give you a little bit of insight on Clem. Clem never said, "What about me?" In
No,
the whole time that we've been doing this, he never said he's a great ambassador. Like I talked to him, me and you were talking earlier. We talked for about 45 minutes about all this bullshit, right? And we were kind of talking about, hey, the country's divided. Let's see if we can do something to talk about things that bring them closer together. And if it has to do with
yeah,
softball,
that's right.
or anything like that, we talked about this today, guys. So that's kind of how come we went off. That's how come I want to talk about shots
And
fired.
link, yeah, and link.
Yes,
We talked about it.
a long
Yeah,
time today, over an hour. We talked about it, and we didn't know how we were going to approach it either. We didn't know what we were going to do on what kind of angle we're going to have to bring this up. But I kind of went at it at the end there, and kind of talked about it a little bit. But what Clem's a great ambassador for what we do. He fits in with Short Porch because he is one of those guys that fits in, and he never, like I talked to him today, and it's almost like he's very proud. He never thought, he never wanted, and he never asked, right? So what better person to give it to than him, because he did his. It's almost like, guys, it's almost like the guy that goes to work every day, does his job, doesn't complain, doesn't bitch and moan, and goes above and beyond on what he's paid to do, and
absolutely.
then you reward him for something, and he was like, holy shit, and that's what I got from him today, because he was stunned, because he never knew, he never expected it, and he never knew about it, and I think that's the biggest satisfaction. Y'all didn't see that, but that was the biggest satisfaction to me and Tammy, because Tammy was with us, and Trey, and everybody was there that got out of Clem, is because he was just so appreciative of what had just
Yeah,
happened.
and he's always been an ambassador and appreciative and asked for nothing, like you said, and the first to help people. And that showed when he went out there and helped flood victims.
Yeah.
And I mean that says it all. He's the first
Let,
one to go and help.
let me explain something to you, guys. He didn't want to tell me where he was at last 2 days. He's not one of those guys, and you see these guys a lot. He's not one of those guys that's doing this
No,
shit. He ain't doing that
yeah,
picture
we
taking.
didn't know. Yeah, we
We
didn't
didn't
know.
even know. We didn't even
Yeah,
know about it. And when he showed up today, because I haven't talked to him about 3 or 4 days, I jumped up. Where the hell you been? How come you answer my calls? And he kind of whispered to me where he was at. And that's something Clem won't tell you, And he's not doing it for the glorification of doing it, like saying, "Hey, look what I did,"
no.
because you don't see it on social media, So, and you got too many of those out there too. So, you know,
Yeah,
so
there's no look at me with him, and but he does have a platform and people who love him, and it showed in all the people who was calling today as we announced his bat. And man, he's just a good dude, Dave, and thank you for bringing him to Short Porch and him coming as part of your crew. We always loved Clem, and we knew all year he was getting this bat, and it was hard to keep a secret.
it was, and I cannot believe. Like I asked him today, did you even know about it? He goes, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't even know. He goes, I didn't even know. He didn't. I didn't even know nothing. I wasn't prepared for it. And then you know what he said? Like whenever he got it, it didn't sink in yet. He just knew that when he started swinging, he loved the performance of it, right? Like on his
Yeah.
second or third swing, he hit about like a 400-foot bomb. He goes, now I don't know if I was just so amped up because I had gotten the bat, or just the bat was like badass. And I said, there's a
It's
little bit
badass.
of both because you are geared up because you're given something in your hands that you didn't expect. And then you're out there
Yeah.
and you're hitting with it. But he was like, he goes, and then we sit down and had breakfast like we do those mornings, and we eat with everybody. I had 8 people this morning, and we just start talking. And he goes, it's not sinking in. It's like this thing that it's going to take a while where he's going to be like, damn, you know. His dad, I told you this earlier, his dad, he's going to give a bat to his dad and his older son. He's going to give one to him. And
Awesome.
but he's that guy, man. And Trey too. Trey's that guy too, where they work their ass off, and I see it every day. And I told Clem this too today when I was talking to him for a while on the phone was, dude, you deserve this. This is something that you deserve. You did more, and you did more with that attitude that I'm not in it for him. He's in it for everybody else, and he helps people. That's what we're about. And that's the one thing that Short Porch is about. And he's a part of us that that's what we're looking for, Jeff. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people will call and ask. I'm sorry, but a lot of people call and ask me, what do I have to do to be a part of Short Porch? You have to do that, and you have to
Yeah,
do it for a while, right? And you can't be on a social platform giving your own opinion when you are that a part of a company. You've got to look at what the company desires, and that's I learned that from Tammy years ago with the Spurs. Is it ain't all about you. You're not going to come with us and it all be about you on what you desire, what you see, or what you don't like, right? So I think with Short Porch, we have a group of guys that we understand. They understand that, And with Clem, it was not. That's the way Clem, great ambassador. Trey's a great ambassador. You have your guys on up there that are great ambassadors. And that if you guys know what we're looking for, that's what we're looking for, right there.
you look around at a lot of the great people we have, the Brandon Murrays. We we obviously have Sean Thompson here, who is a huge ambassador for Short Porch and does a lot. Bob Downs out west. The list goes on and on. I'm not gonna. I could sit here and name so many people, but to get to that point, I wake up every day and there's always somebody who man, can I be on the signature bat, or I want to be this on the signature bat? That's not quite how it works.
No,
Leslie, more than anyone, loves to surprise people and was very sad that we couldn't be there with Mania or Clem as we are going into our busiest 100 days of the year. And what we have in front of us.
yeah,
But I will be down in Tampa, so I'll get to see Mania. And we have the Nunez brothers back coming out this weekend. We will be able to hand that off to them. And for the first time they see it, they know it's coming. But unlike Clem, but they have no idea what it looks like. And a lot of times, even if you know the bat's coming, you might not get to see it until we show it to you.
yeah.
Um, so it's a lot of fun, and we do things. We have more signature players probably than any other company, and we do things for good people and people who deserve to stand with us, and we feel like we also should deserve to stand with them. On both sides of that.
I
So it's been fun. It's been real fun, and we're just getting started because we have at least two, three more surprise signature bats coming in the future. That I'm surprised, I'm excited about. That I'll always be excited about these kind of things, Dave, and it's going to be fun.
that's the deal about it. Is it's going to be fun, and
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
after what I got today. Not Clem's bat. I got Clem's bat yesterday. But from what I
Yeah,
got today, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Like it's upstairs in my room, and I'm putting bat tape on it. But we'll talk about that in
not.
the next couple of months.
I promise you guys, Dave would rather hand off a signature bat to somebody than ever have one with his name on it.
That ain't no shit.
And
That
he
that's
will
that's
sell every. I seen him in Vegas last year. He will sell his gamers to you and empty out his bag when we sold out. That happened. I was
I
there.
did
He
that
sold
one time.
every one of them. He didn't leave Vegas with a bat to hit.
No,
And
they we ran out, and I had a couple in my bag, and I sold them. I pulled them out
yeah,
of my. Yeah. So
I'll tell you, man, that was so awesome. You know, I was not. I was like, Dave, you can't do it. Dave's like, no, these guys are playing. I'm giving them the bats. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
that,
I think he didn't sell the last one until his team was done. But it just, you know, class, man. I tell people all the time, you can't teach class. You know, and you can teach a lot of things, but you can't teach class.
no,
And
I agree.
you obviously have a ton of it, and that showed a lot to me and Leslie, as you hadn't been with us very long. And
3 months.
I know your guys do have the same kind of class, you know.
Well, that's why they're with me, and that's why I wanted to bring them along. And I told Clem that today. I said, guys, you with me for a reason because of the what you put out. I mean, what you
Yeah,
show. You what kind of an ambassador you're going to be. You know, when it comes to this, and it couldn't happen like with Clem today. Okay, short story here. I'm talking to him on the phone. We're done hitting for the week. I talked to him on the phone. We were having breakfast. He tried to get Trey to go back and hit with him again.
I knew he would.
He
I knew
did.
he would.
And then we're walking outside and he comes up to me and he hugs me at the table. He hugs me at the we're at the truck and he comes up and hugs me and he goes, "Thanks, Dad." And he goes, is there any chance that you can drop Tammy off and come back and pitch to me? And I'm like, "No, dude, I got shit I have to do today. I can't do it."
Yeah,
So he's on the phone talking to me tonight, and we're talking for a while, just going through everything that happened today. And he goes, "Man, it's a shame we're not hitting this week. We don't have to hit till next Tuesday because that's on the schedule." And I said, "Well,
yeah,
hell, I can hit on Friday." He goes, "You sure?" So now we're going back out again and hit on Friday. And I wouldn't be hitting if I didn't get what I got today. You know what I got, right? So I said, "Well, hell, I got these bats that Jeff wants to know about. Let's go out there and hit these bats." And I said,
yeah,
"We'll get a few of the guys
absolutely.
together. We'll go out there and we'll hit, and then I can give Jeff feedback on Friday." And he goes, "Let's do it. Let's do it." So he's pumped right now about we're going to go hit on Friday because he gets to hit his new shit, his new bat today. And I tell you what he did when he started hitting. That's the reason I talked to Roberto Manaya was when Clem started hitting it right out of the wrapper because it does have that OG barrel on it. So right out of the wrapper, he was hitting good with it. But what Clem's bat did today was about 30 swings into it, it hit a gear, but didn't change sounds. So it hit a gear and didn't change sounds. And then about 50 swings into it, it changed the sound. And it was like, wow. And then he started getting more distant and hit a third, that hit its second gear at about 50 and stayed there. So
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
we're going to try to get over 100 on it on Friday and then see what it does there. We'll have video on it too next week. We're going to be on Facebook Live when we get out there, probably a little longer. So if you guys want to watch Facebook Live on Friday morning around 9 o'clock, we'll get that thing started. I won't be swinging the new bat that came in, and that bat's going down the road. That's just this R&D. I'm not going to
Yeah,
show you the R&D from next 3 months that we're going to do, but it's just something we're looking at, and that won't be out there. Like Alan said, he's not going to show it either. This is just something that we do. It's not nothing that's coming up anytime soon. It's just something we're always, and this is what I love about working for you guys is we're always doing this research and development shit. Even when shit's being launched, we got new stuff in a day that we're going to
yeah.
be
We got to
hitting.
work on the stuff 3-4 months down the road.
Yeah, and that's what we got in a little bit
Yeah,
today and next week is when we start doing that. And I feel privileged that I am able to do that. Because I like that's like a kid in a candy store when it comes to what I do. I'm getting
yeah.
new shit.
That's always fun. It's fun for all of us here also. And Sean and I, the biggest problem we had today is picking a gamer now with the OG barrels being on the new models. Is couldn't make a decision. We couldn't make a decision on what we were going to gamer Saturday. Sean dialed it in. I'll tell you right now, it's Wednesday night. I play Saturday morning. I have no idea which bat I'll swing, and that's stressing me out a little bit. That's how good all the bats are, the new bat. You know?
Let's talk. Let's
Because
talk about. Let's talk about that right now.
yeah,
About the new series of bats. that are coming. Let's talk about the barrels on them, because we have,
Yeah.
and I've told you guys this in the past, is when we find something, because when you get a bat drop, guys, what we're doing is looking for something that's better performing than the last model. So when you get something that actually grows off in that area, we actually use it on a lot of our other bats. Clem's bats have 12.5-inch barrels, which is going to change things up.
Yeah.
It's not like a
Absolutely.
12 inch. So the OG was a 12. The OG is a 12. The read
Mhm.
the Gen 2 is a 12. Clem's is a 12.5. What is Roberto? I even it's a
Roberto's is a 12-inch, 3/4 load spin tech. So it's got some junk in the truck, and
little, it's
it
loaded
really,
a little bit heavier.
yeah, it's loaded heavier, a little heavier than some of our or our previous spin techs, just by a touch. And when you take an OG barrel with spin tech and put that kind of load, the performance isn't the issue. Now, being strong enough to swing that bat in a game would be an issue. I would
Yeah,
recommend you swing a lighter weight, or you be a major plus type hitter or stronger. Um, just my take. I mean, everybody chooses their own bat, so I can't get them in there and in here and hit. Um, Clem's swings real smooth would be, it'll go across the board a lot easier for a lot of people to swing with that 12.5 with the half ounce end load and no spin tech. And we always talked about the spin tech adds weight too. So you really, with the Platano power, you really have a barrel that it's a hammer, it's a sled.
yeah,
And man, it is super high performing because of that sledge effect. But is that something? Is that type of your bat for you to hit, according to what type of player you are? Clem's is way easier to swing, in my opinion, and has a touch softer barrel to start because the spin tech's not on it. Even though they both have what we call our Kevlar tri-layer, we call it here, which is the OG Tech, as better known. Um, and they're all doing really good, but they're different bats. You have the 12-inch Spin Tech 3/4 that swings fairly heavy on the end. The 12.5 that is heavier than the OG with a bigger sweet spot is a touch heavier. The OG swings really fast, and is really goes across the board for most players, and that's what makes the OG so popular.
yeah,
You can swing it. Most anybody can walk into that OG bat, because it's real easy to swing, and and it's just according to what tier you are and where you want to be and how much weight you need on the end of the bat and you can handle. That makes you a better player. And it's all about bat fitting, like we always said at Short Porch. And now we have these three bats right here, and we have a 13-inch barrel that we've been sold out of our 13-inch barrels for a while, launching this weekend, Saturday, which will be a 13-inch non-spin tech that'll swing a little lighter also. The Nunez brothers. So we're trying to bring. We were pretty much just all sold out of bats, so we're bringing out all the different bats right now, and the two-piece bats are coming in a few weeks, so we can have all the different barrel sizes, all the different loads, as any bat company should. It just it looks real crazy right now because we're bringing out a lot of new bats, but with the new barrel tech and summer here, we're really making a run at getting all the bats in stock for all the types of players.
yeah. Great. There's one thing that you said earlier, and you said it when I was talking to her today too, was the type of barrel that the OG is what we're going forward with right now, and it's called a tri-layer.
Yeah, it's a
So,
trial. It's a trial layer is what we call it here, which is a different layered Kevlar than some of the predecessors right now. It will not be on Brandon Murray's bat or Alan Hancock's bat. But all the rest of the bats, just off the top of my head, have it. Because those are harder barrels. Those guys are top 1% guys, and on their models, it will be a little harder barrel come out to start, and as it should, right? For
oh,
those
I
for
agree.
those two,
I agree with
yeah.
that.
Yeah, man, we're super excited. A lot of these bats players can walk right into according to how hard you swing. You might not need to break it in. You might need 100 swings. Everybody's different. I'll tell you, Clem's bat, it took me 40 swings and I was ready to roll with it. That's it, 40 swings. I hit it today on the field, and I had several different ones I was hitting, and it was fine for me pretty quick. And but I'm only 51. I like to think I swing harder than a lot of seniors out there. It might take some others 100, 120 swings. Some bigger guys, they probably won't even need to break it in.
Yeah.
So it's just everybody's different. Every player swings harder or slower or longer or shorter. So it's just hard to say what each player will need. And we're glad to bring a bunch of different models ahead of
Well,
states and worlds.
well, I think we're more tuned into it right now because of we've been doing it for a while, and we have a Kevlar material that actually is helping us do that. Making bats go to different people in different speeds and different heights and different arm length. And
Yeah,
we've talked about this until we're blue in the face in the past. But I think we're dialing it in right before
it
Vegas.
it is dialed in right now. It's as good as I've ever seen it. I've never seen us put out a bat line as good as this. And I'll tell you, if you think we're repainting bats, call somebody like an Adam Fowler and call somebody that has nothing to do with short porch and ask them about some of these bats. These bat models they are very good, and they are none of our past bats.
I'll
So
tell you, guys think we're doing this. There's one thing that you guys can do, and I think Jeff will agree on this. Take off the tape. Look at the SKU
hmm
numbers on
hmm
that. They're not the same. The SKU numbers on that handle are not the same. They're all different. So that's something that I think that uh, people have been afraid of in the past, and it has happened. I've been into that, bud. And when I was doing
yeah.
senior softball bat reviews, I knew what they were doing, and that's the one thing about you. You can we wouldn't be progressing the way we are if we did that. We wouldn't be putting out better product than what we did 6 months ago if we were doing that. There are companies out there that do it. Not going to talk about it, but it has been done in the past. So yeah, definitely not. But all you got to do is do your research, and there's ways you can find out who's doing it. But definitely, we're not going to talk. Well, we got merch for Vegas too that we have coming in. You got some hats that came in.
We're
Um,
having more and more hats to come in, more and more gear. I know Cage will be at a week-long military event set up, and then in October he'll be at another military event. So we got some kid ball stuff. We had Chris Bell in here tonight, who was one of our um just badass factory hitters here locally. One of the best players, young players in Georgia. He had shoulder surgery, and where he was injured actually falling off a roof, and he was in here hitting tonight. Looked real good, and they're planning on playing. He's going to be back on the field with Cage and them this weekend. So hats off to Chris Bell Jr. for getting back on the field as fast as he can and promoting short porch. And them guys are really getting amped up too, as we have we have a new USSSA bat coming in this
yeah,
tomorrow.
I had that circled, man. You must see my
Yeah,
little cheat sheet over here.
the
I had that
first
circled.
the first ever spin tech USSSA model, and the DDT, like we've been talking about, is coming in. We will launch it Monday or Tuesday. We have a surprise guy on that bat. I won't even get into that right now. It's Clem's day. We already have Roberto Manaya on, who,
Yeah.
what a great guy in Roberto Manaya, man.
Oh,
You
he's
ever
a good
seen
guy.
a guy smile that much?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually good for him. He's one of those guys that can do that all the time. And I guess Sarah likes him a lot because that's all he does is smile.
Yeah.
And so I guess
so
Sarah
we
is his bestie. So yeah,
so
I know she's going to
so
come in.
in Tampa this weekend, on my team, Brandon Murray's team, as it's called. we will have Roberto Minaya in the lineup. David Ireland will be in the lineup. Ron Yeager will be in the lineup. Brian Williams. All these short porch guys are going to be in one place on one team Saturday. You Triple SA 10 home runs and a band guy, and you damn know who the band guy is going to be. It's not me. And and man, they're pumped about it, Dave. I've never seen a team so excited. The message has been flying around all week.
Yeah.
10 home runs in a band for a team like that. It's gonna be fun to watch, and I'm excited to have so many short porch guys in one spot.
Make sure you get video of that. I know a lot of
Yes,
people want to
sir.
watch it.
I'll leave that to Leslie. So I'll be out there swinging it a little around too myself. Yeah, Leslie says she might go live in a few of the games with them guys swinging. And yeah, I don't know how much Craig Mock, he actually coaches the team. He's one of the short porch guys, like 56, 57 years old. And every swing he took last tournament day, the ball didn't land other side of the fence. I think he hit a home run every time, every at bat. So, and he's the oldest on the team. So he, it's going to be a lot of fun. So hats off to them guys, short porch, for playing out there. I'm just excited to see them guys. I'm gonna be there, but playing, but I'm excited to see them.
Good.
But you know, I don't know about you, but damn, I'm excited for the next 100 days. We've been talking about the 100-day onslaught that we have coming through Vegas.
Well, I looked at the sheet. I looked at the sheet of what's coming, and we took a little break. I mean, it was good to take
Yeah,
where we don't have a lot in the warehouse, but
yeah,
and then we're going to get at it again. And this is planned. This is something we're going to do before Vegas. You know,
yeah,
because going into Vegas, you have tournaments going into Vegas, then you have Vegas, and I think a lot of people are going to, you know, especially with the OG getting out there, a lot of people are going to want those before Vegas. We talked about this the other day. Is the way the more hands we get the OG in, the better that people are going to like it. The more people are going to like it,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they're going to realize that this bat is hot as shit. You guys saw us hit it today. We'll hit it again on Friday, but you guys saw us again. As a matter of fact, that 28 ounce is gone. It's headed up to Dallas to play in a tournament this weekend. The one you sent me, the 28 ounce, is gone.
yeah,
It's headed up to Dallas with Charlie Mueller. He's going to swing it this weekend because he hit so good with it today. So yeah, the guys love that every time they grab it. And then you got Murray Williams wanting a 28 in the OG. He's looking for one. So
The
Charlie,
OGs are coming in tomorrow. The next shipment of OGs are going to be here tomorrow, Dave. So,
sweet.
and a lot of them are sold. So we're going to be packaging them out. Anybody watching who ordered OGs, we're going to be packaging them up all day tomorrow, half the night, and we're going to be sending them out to everybody. There are some left, not many. Call tomorrow, get you one ordered. You're going to want, if you want that bat, if you want something that swings a little heavier, go with the Mare bat. If you want something, to really eat, an 18 ounce barrel, grab the Spintech Mania bat. I know the top tier players are going to love it. I had incredible numbers with it. I wouldn't personally swing it in a game, as I don't swing something that in low, but man, the numbers were through the roof. I know me and you talked about a little bit about that, just about how hot the Platano power was, or I don't know how to
Well,
pronounce it
I've
correctly,
got
maybe.
a lot of people asking because they like that 3/4 ounce end load. A lot of
Yeah,
senders
yeah,
out
yeah,
there like that 3/4
yeah,
ounce end load. But I'm sitting there
yeah.
telling them, guys, this is a true 3/4 ounce end load.
It's a
It's got
true
light
three
on the
quarter.
hands and a big weight on
Yeah,
the end of it. So you got to be able to. This is not
yeah,
anybody else's 3/4 ounce end load. This is short port
yeah.
3/4 ounce end load. So
Sean and I hit today, and Sean's an OG guy. He kills the OG, hits better with it than anything else. But in the rounds of hitting that we did, Sean hit the hardest and furthest ball with the Mania Platano power. And I'm like, I told you. I said the thing is, you know, you gotta be maybe a little bigger than me and him, or go down weight. We were swinging 27. I said,
yeah,
or go down to a 26. Maybe our consistency goes up then, because we'd hit one badass and then miss one and then hit one
Barrel
good and miss
drop.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That barrel was whipping our ass.
Yeah.
So, and then we pick up the AOG, and you know how light the barrel is, and we're just barreling everything up, you know.
Yeah.
And Clem's bat, I was not missing it with Clem's bat. I think it's a good weight for me. That's why I'm considering gamering it Saturday. It's kind of in the middle. So, and it's just what everybody's looking for, you know. And guys, reach out to Dave and get it dialed in on what you need, what kind of bat you need, you know. And because we're gonna have it over the next 100 days. Yeah, don't call me, call Dave.
Listen what
Dave
this
got
fucker,
mad. He's like, Jeff,
listen
everybody's
what this,
calling me.
I hate to call you this, but listen what this fucker did, man. Um, last week in the podcast, he was talking about, last week, Jeff in the podcast was talking about he's not doing this anymore. And don't call me, call Dave. You can't get hold of Dave, get hold Christian and Cage. Guys, all you guys called me. Everybody, my phone was burning up and wanted to
Everybody.
have conversations with me. And I'm like, okay, man, you asked, I'm answering the question. My mother-in-law's yelling at me, right? Because I'm in there and I'm walking by her and she asked me a question. I'm just walking by her and she screams at me. I think she hit me over the head with a broom when I walked by her. She's 80 years old. But anyway, that's a joke. But anyway, but
Yeah,
yeah,
my
dude, y'all
phone
guys,
calls were kind of light. Everybody was calling you. My phone calls were lighter last week. You know, I was floating
yeah,
around the
yeah.
pool.
Everybody's getting a hold of me and want to have a conversation on how their kids are doing. And I'm like, oh, they doing great. You know, my kids are doing good. And I try to answer it like, okay, what difference between the Manaya and the wig the wig popper, the whiteout?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
those are the questions I'm answering, right? And if they're real
yeah.
short, and I guess they want to have, and I can't sit there because I'm just going running up and
No,
down the steps doing
it,
shit.
it's the volume of messages and calls we get. It's crazy.
Yeah, but they're
It's
coming to
crazy.
me now. It's like,
Yeah, I'm trying to
dude,
push them all to you. You're
hey,
not good. You're gonna need a secretary.
yeah. Hey,
Um,
the guys in California, they don't understand it's 2 hours ahead. So I get at 12 o'clock at night, ding, ding, my phone is going off. I put it on silence, vibrating, you know, yeah. But hey, it's all good. I answer them as much as I can. And then they get mad if I don't answer them next day. Hal, you listening to me? Yeah, dude, I ain't talking to you at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, I don't even know what I'm gonna say at 1 o'clock in the morning. My big ass thumbs will be typing and all kind of shit.
I get it. We
But we're
all we
still,
all get it here. It's wild but fun, and we try to reach out to everybody. It's awesome, but it this is a fun week, and I know Dave lives for these kind of weeks when we have a ton of stuff coming out as we get ready for all our summer series bats and different bat links and inloads, so that we can put a bat in everybody's hands like we always said we would. We were bat fitters and try to get the bats right for everybody. I think Clem's bat was a great bat for him, and weighed properly for Clem swing, and we try to do a good job. And I just think it's going to be fun, man. I really think it's going to be fun, and so everybody reach in here, grab one of these new bats coming out, and get ready for states and worlds. Right, get ready.
definitely, yeah,
Be
that's what
bad.
we geared it for. That's
Yeah,
why there's a system that we do, and this is the part of the system where we
yeah,
want to get bats in you guys' hands coming up on the big tournaments that are coming up in the next couple of 3 months. And then
yeah.
after Vegas, you got Winter Worlds that are coming up for next year. So yeah, we already have it all written down on what we're gonna get at, what we're gonna go at you guys with, and something to match everybody, you ladies out there too. The one thing I will tell you, Jeff, and I don't think I told you this the other day, is my ladies' analytics has went through the roof because I think they're starting to realize that, you know, because of the softness of the barrel and the bat speed that they have and the flex and the
The
handles, and
OG. Yeah,
yeah, they're going on. They love that OG, and they were talking about it. Well, I had a set this morning. Charlie Miller was with me. I had a 78-year-old gentleman ask me, would the OG fit his swing because he has that diminishing bat speed? I said, actually, my words were, and I hope he doesn't mind, was hell yes. You know,
absolutely.
yeah, I said hell yes, and then he said thank you. But those are the kind of questions that are easy that I can answer. You know, hey, I'm this age, you know, or my miles per hour is this. What do you think would better fit me? Or what's the difference between the Roberto Manaya and the whiteout? I can basically tell them it's that different barrel. It's the OG barrel that we're going with on a lot of these bats. Other than the DDTs that are coming out with Alan's
Yeah.
name on, and Brandon. Those are badass. We're gonna have an arsenal coming into Vegas, man. We're gonna have across the board. We're gonna have
Yeah.
some great shit that fits everybody. That
Yeah.
fits everybody.
And that's what we always said we were trying to do. And no better line of bats has ever been launched by Shortboard. This is our best foot forward to date with technology and weighting on bats and weight distribution that Dave has preached for years and is a big help in giving me knowledge on what to bring to the fields. Um, Past the materials that we create. Dave is great at saying what numbers should be in these types of models. So you get the best of both worlds, guys. I hope everybody loves the bat. We will be showing video talking about them. Dave will surely be doing a few reviews on the bats to give specific information and get put on our website. All these cool things will be happening along with, lots of new gear that has been coming in and our left field lounge subscription that a lot of people seen this week that is still growing, and we're still giving away free bats to guys. Some got them that wasn't announced on live, but we need to try to do it on the lives. We will do that again on the live as far as giving away bat. So jump in on the left field lounge, win you a bat, and or be in the mix to win some bats. It's gonna be a hell of a summer, and I can't wait. I just can't wait. Every day it just keeps getting better. So
Well, we talked about this last week too. Can't wait to talk to people, because
yeah,
that's the enjoyment that I get is, and I talked to Clem about this too. Like Clem would sit at a booth and talk for hours at a booth, and that he's that guy too, like we are. We'll sit there talk at a booth, and picking our brain or us talking to them, and that's what I like,
absolutely.
especially with these big tournaments when they're coming up, and just sit there and enjoy the company. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning. Whenever all the social media shit, all the hating, 50% is here. You got 50% going this way, 50% going that way. The country's divided. Where we can get away, I can't wait for Vegas because we can get away, not have to deal with that shit, and talk to people, you know, and
Absolutely.
it not talk about politics or not talk about anything else or what other people are doing. It's just it's gotten out of control, Jeff. And we talked about this today for a long time, and we hate it because we're not like that, that it has gotten to this, and we just want to be here for a lot of you guys out there that want to get away, and you can come and join the channel. That's a weather alert, actually. um
Yeah, weather's been crazy. I know, our thoughts are with everybody in Texas. Obviously, everybody's seen what happened there, and things like that. It's really, really nobody could have known what happened in Texas. In my opinion, nobody could have planned for something like that, an event that was a once in a lifetime event. And we go through a lot of hurricanes here and see a lot of tragedy almost every year with hurricanes coming through. And anytime people lose homes or life or anything, it's just terrible. And we no one can control the weather, so that's the thing. But I know Texas has been through a lot in the last you know several years as a state, and they're front and center when it comes to news and these things. So you live there. I don't. I'm not there, but all of us here. Our thoughts are always with Texas and hope things go well in the future. And I'm sure
yeah,
it will. I'm sure it will, because Texas has great, going out to see Dave, guys. Texas has great infrastructure, and they are working and building, and it's crazy at the progress they're making out in Texas. So I know it's a great state, and your ancestors go all the way back. So I know you, it means a lot to you, and hate to see anything happen.
Well, I'm a historian freak when it comes to Texas and the Alamo. So,
Yeah.
yeah, my family's been here for hundreds of years, a long time, goes way back. But yeah, when something like this happens, it kind of hits home a little bit. But the hate that and Clem talks about this too. That's another thing Clem talks about when we get other, like he was really upset about the other podcasters attacking, and he just doesn't understand the hate that these people have, that they have to do. They have to spew it, and we try to get away from that, and we did, like we talked about today. I haven't talked to any of them. I talked to them. I haven't said anything about them. But yeah, we try to stay away from that. So I'm trying to view that stuff, and it comes on and they start hating, and I just cut it off on anybody out there. But yeah, definitely. What I've been hearing too, Jeff, is about Vegas and demo days. A lot of people are texting me because of you about
Yeah.
demo days coming up. We're going to try it, and I just want everybody to know we're working
Yeah, we're
on
gonna try to list that. That's the first one we're trying to do is around noon on September 17th at Big League Dreams. I hadn't got that confirmation yet. I think it'll be fine. But we'll list that at least a month out. So I mean, everybody will have plenty of notice, and hey, we may have other demo days at other tournaments ahead of them. We're still, I know everybody's geared up about Vegas, and we talk about it a lot. We're still a long ways out,
yeah.
and I have my team, I think they have 6 tournaments maybe before Vegas even, So we're in Fort Myers and Cape Coral, maybe Tampa. I'm not Dalton. I'm not even sure all the places we're going before we even really get to talking about Vegas.
You know
So
why a lot
there,
of you know why a lot of people are doing it now though, because they are buy them tickets earlier, and they'll
yeah,
come in about two
yeah,
days earlier
and that
because the ticket sales right now are pretty good.
and that's why we said that first day on when the tournament starts, instead of having it the night before when it's nice and cool, and I'd love to do that, we're worried that people won't get there. So we're probably going to do it at noon in the heat. And it's easy to come up and hit for all you guys and the people, and it's fun. But for us to be out there for hours, it's really tough. But we're going to do it anyway because everybody will be there at noon before the
Yeah,
tournament starts. And anytime we can do that at noon before the tournament start on them age groups going through, we'll try to do it because we're going to have more people this year, and it'll be set up a little better. It was a huge success last year, so we're definitely going to try to do more than one this year. I'll have Christian talk with TJ at Big League Dreams in Vegas and get all that dialed in. I think he was supposed to call him yesterday, but I didn't. I don't know if Christian didn't talk to him, maybe because Christian didn't back with me on that. I'll check with Christian tomorrow, try to get that dialed in. It's you know, to get to the bats, and the bats we'll have there, hitting these bats, they're electric. And the weighting is really, really dialed in. So I think everybody who picks up a bat over the summer, they're gonna love it. And we're hearing nothing but great things about all of them right now. And we do have some surprise stuff down the road that you know, I'm always excited. I was excited about Clem's, and I'm always excited about whatever news coming out. So
yeah. Well,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
next few days you got some surprise shit coming.
Yeah, got some surprise stuff coming out over the next few days. We're gonna have one of them guys probably on before the end of the week, maybe tomorrow, and a surprise bat. It's just like I said, man. I can't even speak to our people and you and everything that's going on because it's just a good time right now. And I think no matter where you work, I would hope that sometimes things go bad and things aren't great, but you hope that you have good times at your job or work or company, whatever it is you do. And we definitely get more good times than bad, I guess, right there.
100%. This is the best job
Yeah.
I've ever had in my life, and all because of that. I go to sleep at night, can't wait till what's going to come the next day, because you do
Yeah.
hold out. You do hold out on me when it
I
comes to
do hold out on
surprises.
Dave on some stuff,
Yeah,
and Dave's seen it firsthand though how some things we create might be kind of shit. Dave, when he was here, because he's not here, he only gets to see the good stuff. Usually, if I send it to him, it's something really good. So he got to be here for something that was a complete failure, a design that was a complete failure. It was a tank, and he don't get to see that a lot. So I am glad you were here that day and got to see
Yeah.
one of them designs that didn't work.
Yeah.
That we tried to do, because we're always trying to create new stuff. And I tell people all the time, you don't see all the crap and the
They
bad
don't,
stuff that didn't work.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw all the bats that were cut in half in Christian and Cage's room. That bats that you've been working on for years and just sitting there.
Yeah.
And you go off of that. Like a lot of people don't see that, and I think it's just to let everybody know that we're working every freaking day on different shit.
Yeah, we
You
really
know.
are.
So if it
And
was up to me, like I told you this, if it was up to me, I'd be so transparent. But I know we can't do that. I know there's a line that we have to draw because Christian will be going crazy on the vault like he did before, and but I know there's something that a lot of people out there that are watching really get excited about, and different technology going forward. And you guys, if you guys are gonna know. I mean, like I told you today, Jeff, and I told Clem this too, is what we do. It's just something that we build when we throw it out there, and it might shoot like a rocket, like the OG
yeah,
on the wig popper, or it might trickle and then shoot up, right?
yeah,
So it
absolutely.
all depends on if they like the color, but if they swing it, they'll understand that that's a hot ass bat. So it's from doing senior softball bat reviews, it was like, okay, this is my review, and only time will tell if this review's right. It's not an instant gratification that I did a great review. It was like 6 months down the road, like this bat sucks. I see what he was talking about because I've been hitting it for 400 or 500
Yeah,
times, and it's the same
absolutely.
way when we put a bat out. We've got to get it in people's hands, and you've talked about this before. But once it starts almost like a snowball going downhill. It just starts gathering. People want to see it. People want to swing it. And I've talked to guys about this too. Is once they get it in their hands, on these guys that have these hitting clinics or these hitting clubs, once they get it in their hands, hey, yeah, you can swing it. And they're like, holy shit, where'd you get this from? Todd. Go over there and get it from Todd. Shout out to Todd and Sarah too. How you guys doing?
Yeah,
You
Todd and
know,
Sarah, the Phantom Sports, or I call them Short Porch Junior.
yeah.
So, and
The
they do
novice.
it. Yeah, they do a great job. They're going to be in Vegas with us, and man, Sarah's always fun to be around.
So
She's
funny.
quirky. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's
People don't
hilarious.
understand how funny she is. She's
She is really funny,
she's really
and,
funny.
fun
So yeah.
fun to watch. And she'll be another one. It's always good to see her and Todd for a month in Vegas, and we look forward to that all year and spending time with them and spending time with everybody. But lots to do between now and then. Lots of
Yeah.
tournaments to go to. Lots of bats coming in as we try to bat fit everyone in senior softball and USSSA softball, ASA, USA softball across the board. Look for a lot of new bats, a lot of new tech, and definitely a lot of fun designs from Leslie. So just keep checking us out, follow us, watch Dave's stuff and on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Wednesdays, whenever Dave hits, he changes it around, and watch it and see it for yourself. See the performance of the bats, and it's just fun to watch right now, and it's fun
Oh
to
yeah.
go hit. It's fun to go hit when the bats are so good.
The entertainment wise, guys, it doesn't matter if you're a show porch fan or not. That's not really. It's about entertainment.
Yeah,
So you guys can watch us and we're joking around and just watching what we do and get a little bit of knowledge if it has anything to do with bats, what your bat speed is, what better bat to fit your swing, or even when it comes to health and nutrition, just things like that we can talk, or even talk about shaving bats, who got caught, or hey, what can we do to better the game?
yeah,
So
absolutely.
just tune in for that stuff. It's just not about you know, and we said we were never going to do this. It's not about shoving something down your throat that you don't even know about. We want you to get to know about it first, and then maybe you would make that decision because, it's an opinion with us, right? And it's like a lot of other people out there. We think this would better fit you. Try it out. That's how
Yeah.
come I like demo days. Just come out and try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, demo days are great. We've had um, a lot of fun doing them. I know you were here, at one here with us in Florida, had 100 people at it, earlier in the year. And, we look to hopefully have 100 people in Vegas this year when we do it there. We still, tell people if you're in Georgia and want to come by, you want to get fitted for a bat, come by. We'll help you out. We have the hit track. We'll put you on it. We'll fit you for a bat. If you can't, call. We'll gladly talk to you here at the office and get you fitted for the best bat possible. But it's really it's really difficult to really dial it in unless you kind of know your bat speed. But if you know your bat speed, how tall you are, I'll tell you, Dave or Christian, they probably can 9 out of 10 get you in the right bat if you can answer questions. Even if you don't know your bat speed, just know your exit velo and tell them your height. Don't leave that out because I forget to ask sometimes too, and I get to talking about bats. But
Yeah.
if you tell Dave your height and you say my exit velo's this is how far I hit the ball. 9 times out of 10, he can put you in a bat. Christian can put you in a bat. So, you know, ask those questions as we get all these models out, and and if you just don't know, just buy an OG and you'll be okay. Just buy an OG, you'll be all right.
That
That's
ain't
what
no
I'll tell
shit,
you.
man. That
That
you're
ain't no
you're
shit.
you're
If you
100%
just
right
don't
on that.
know, buy an OG.
Yeah, you don't
We
want
have
just
them,
buy
and
an OG
buy an
because
OG.
that'll wing your way into all the other bats too.
Yeah,
And,
man,
and
buy an OG. If you're just not sure, buy an OG. That thing's easy to swing and hot as hell.
yeah,
So, but
definitely.
any, anyway, thanks for everything, Dave. It's going to be crazy here tomorrow. I'll be calling you as the next 3 days are going to be absolutely wild, and next week. So it's going to be really busy for us, and we'll be in Tampa. And yeah, Christian, Allen, they're going to have a whole booth set up of in Tampa. The Roberto Minaya bats come by. All those guys there. The what Minaya was talking about was modified pitch guys with that kind of inload and or the clincher ball. Anybody who plays with the big clincher ball,
That big
it is,
inload down with that barrel.
yeah, the big end load hits that big clincher ball. It's great for the fast pitch. You get down in the lighter ones with a bunch on the end. And we knew this as we made Manaya's model that it would be good for modified and the big clincher ball too also. So them guys are going to be coming by picking up some bats. So it's a really great badass model. I know I'm gonna get it in Brandon's hand, let Brandon swing it, obviously. But yeah, man, I'll be shooting video every day here and doing lives also. I know Dave usually does a lot of that, but me and Leslie will be doing it too over the next few days as we will be down in Florida and Dave is over in San Antonio. So
Hitting with Clem on Friday morning, Facebook Live.
awesome,
We're going to be doing
awesome.
it, and then we'll be hitting Clem's bat and hitting other bats. But I'm supposed to be getting the Roberto Minaya bat too. I don't know if that's going to be by Friday, but
I think that might not be there till Friday, actually. So you're probably going to hit before it comes in. So that'll probably
yeah.
be a next week thing for you.
Well,
Yeah.
I got a tracking number. I'll look at it.
All right.
But not, we'll hit Clem's bat on Friday, and we'll
Yeah.
be out there
It
hitting.
Clem's back some more, and I know you're going to be doing a fun R&D work for Las Vegas. So I look forward to hearing about that.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Guys, all that tinging, you hear it's Clem. Clem, I'm working on it, bud. He's asking me a question, and I said I'm working on it. And then he's got he sent me a question to ask Jeff, but I have to ask him when I get off the phone. Okay, here's the deal, guys. We are blowing up we're getting really big. I never thought. I talked to Jeff about this, and I want to thank every one of you guys. We couldn't be doing this stuff without you guys out there now. So what I want to do, and I've been working on it for the last couple of days and changing some stuff around, is if you guys go to that website, it's Short Porch Cutting Edge, all one word, shortporchcuttingedge.com. I'm going to have some information on there that would help a lot of you guys, because we are being bombarded, because we have so many bat speeds out there. And then we have the ladies out there too that are asking questions. My ladies viewership has went through the roof. That's one thing I wanted to talk to Jeff about too. When I talked about the ladies, have been a lot gaining traction with the ladies, because they're understanding that short porch is the way to go because of our barrels. But it's called shortporchcuttingedge.com. I just got that. I picked it up yesterday. It is on that website. If you go to Google and you Google that in, you put it in there, and it's going to come up to that website I've been working on. And it's going to have a lot more information on it. It's going to have links that can run you right into our main website. You guys find something you might like, and there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of answers on there to questions you guys have been asking me, and it's just going to get bigger. Like, I've got to get Clem's bat in there. Right, I got to do weight distribution numbers on all of his bat. That's going to go in there. I already got the compression on Clem's bat, which is 200. I got compression on that bat. I got to get Roberto's bat in there. I got to do all of the weight distribution numbers on that. Get his compression numbers in there, and then get the review out. A lot of you guys, it's another thing too, and I love you guys for doing this. A lot of you guys want a review on every bat that we are putting out. I'm doing that. Right. I'm finishing up on Friday when we talked. Right. On Friday, I still got the senior softball bat reviews back. We have a few of those at the website. That review is going to go up next to all those weight distribution numbers that I already have up there. I should already have up there. And then the compression on that bat too. So that's all going to go up this weekend, because I'm almost done with it. And we're going to hit it again on Friday on that senior softball bat reviews bat. We have some of them in the warehouse. You can go pick up. That bat is amazing hot. And then let you guys know just more informational stuff on that website. It's shortporchcuttingedge.com. And then I want to make that website something, a hub where all you guys want to know, bat speeds and all this other stuff, soft, medium, hard barrel. I have a gauge up there. You guys can look at it. Go and check it out, guys. And I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks for tuning in again. And I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks, guys.